how is this even possible on the Quest 3? This is Lucent VR, and today we're going to walk through the entire experience. There are several different locations that you can go that are stunning, and I honestly don't even know how you make this work on the Quest 3. Look at the water, for instance, and we're going to check out each location and what's most impressive about them. But look at this. Watch this. Ready? Watch this water. Look at the. I know. Water is one of those things on Quest that doesn't really get done right a lot of the time. And look at the refraction and the reflection. Look when you move. Look behind you. Look at this. When you move your hands, it makes the water move. And one of the coolest things to me is actually when you go underwater. Let me get down on my hands and knees here. Well, let me go down so I can get down. Look at this. Look at the little particles and the light rays. Do you see the light rays right there? We'll go down deeper in the water in just a second. And when you put your face in the water, if you watch, put your face in the water, lift it up, you get water on your actual face mask, like as if you have a face mask. All the water ripples and moves. There's stuff floating in the water. The rocks are wet from the water. Let's just take a look, okay? Let's see, there's birds flying. The sky is beautiful. The sun is nice. Oh, there's real-time shadows too, by the way, if I can find my hands here. It might be too bright here. But the locations definitely have real-time shadows. The trees are moving. Let's see. Let's take a look at this. Look. Oh, there's the shadows right there. Look. See? There we go. Real-time shadows. You got the stick here. Now, granted, the grabbing isn't necessarily the best, but I'll forgive that considering how amazing this is. Okay? Toss. There we go. And it bobs in the water. Look at that. Look at it bob right up in the water. You can actually push it around in here. And look how it changes the way that the items look in the water when you push it down like that. Look at that. There's rocks that you can get down in the water and grab. Look at that, see? And it's all wet. You can toss it. Hear the sound? This is like, I know people are going to say this is a tech demo. And this is meant as a relaxing experience that you can come and relax in. In fact, there's some seats over there that you can actually physically sit on your couch if you wanted to and just relax and listen to the audio. It is cozy and relaxing here. But for me, this is more of a showcase of what you can do if you're really creative on the Quest 3 with how you do things. Look, a boot. And it's blowing my mind. I tried this last night, and I absolutely had to show everyone what this experience was because it's crazy. I mean, it's one of those things you try and you want to keep trying. Look at coconut. I wonder if you can crack it open. Probably not. It'd be cool if you could. No, I don't think so. I'm sure you can make it float, though. Look, there's the seagull struggling in the wind. There, it's floating. All right, let's go down in the water. We'll head over in that direction, but once you go down to the water, you can see it's even more impressive down here almost. Look at all of the particles. See all the particles? And all of the light rays coming through the water. There's a game, I think it's called Subside on PC VR, and this is the first game on the Quest 3 that has made me feel this much like I'm actually underwater. Now, you can't swim, it's just walking. At least in this experience it is. So it's just walking. You can teleport if you want to go faster. But the fact that you can even do this is incredible. You could go out into the water a little ways too. There's a barrier in each location, and some of them locations are much bigger. The next one I show you, wait until you see how impressive scale-wise it is. Let's go over here. There's a beach ball you can play around with over here. Bat this around. Look at the water splash when you hit it. The buoyancy of it and the way that it changes the way it looks under the water is really nice. But see, you could come over. You could just kind of sit down right here on a chair if you wanted to, look out at the water and listen to the ocean moving. Let's go down in the water here. Look how far down it goes. I'm kind of scared of deep water to some degree. Not like my wife. My wife is really scared of deep water, but I still am semi-scared of deep water, so I don't really want to just walk down there. There is a deep water experience in this, and we're going to try it, even though it's going to probably freak me out to at least a little bit. Look at I love the look of the water. I honestly don't know if I've ever seen water look this nice in the Quest 3. It's unbelievable, and the fact that you can go down in it is even more impressive. I've seen some nice looking water, but nothing like this. Nothing like the quality of how amazing that this looks. Look at that. Oh, we're going deep now. Let's stay over here a little bit more. Well, it's not too bad. It's more like a deep pool, right? Look at up there. Look, the way it changes the way that the sky looks and the rippling in the water and the sun rays. You can't really see the sun rays from down here because you're too far down. But watch, as you get up closer to the surface, start to see the rays of the sun shining through. Hold on. There. See? You're starting to see the sun rays shining through a little bit. And then we get closer to the surface, you can see them even more. The soundscape changes. It's crazy good. Okay, so that's the first experience. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different places that you can go. I have unlocked all of them already, but one of the cool things about this is that all of them are not unlocked when you first start, and you unlock them by finding little items that have to do with the location. So this one right here, you unlock this one by finding a windmill in this location. And then beyond that, there are several different things to find in here that unlock different pieces of these. And then like you need 4 different items to unlock one. It's a whole process, but it's actually really cool and it's fun to do. And once you got it unlocked, then you can go to it. Well, I just realized, look at the reflection in these pictures. Like this whole room, everything in this room is reflected in these reflective surfaces. That's really cool. That is one of my favorite ones. It's very cool. We're going to get to that one in just a minute. This one, though, this one blew my mind. Almost more than that one. The water in that one is impressive. But watch what it's like being in this field of grass. You ready? Look at, you can see the little individual pixels. It's like a pixel LED screen. Watch this. Look at this. I'm trying to keep my head as still as possible so you can see how much movement there is in the grass. Do you see that? Do you see all of this grass moving in this entire field? And the crazy thing is you see how far away that is? You can walk to those. This entire field is walkable. So I can walk up on this hill up here. There's a tree up there. I've never been up there before. I'm not sure if you can go that far or not. But look at this grass. The movement in it is the most impressive thing. Now, it's not necessarily even that the grass looks like ultra realistic as far as visuals go. It does look nice, but it's the sound of the wind. Listen. And the sound of walking through the grass, and just look off far in the distance. You can see all of the grass rippling with the wind. I feel like I'm legitimately standing in a field filled with grass that it's swaying in the wind. All right, we're making it over to the tree. We're almost there. You can walk over to this tree. You can't even see the buildings that are over there now. There's a hot air balloon up there. There's birds flying around. They used a lot of the volumetric fog or the atmospheric fog, whatever you want to call it, to make it so that you can not see the entire distance, which, I mean, I'm okay with that. That's a great usage of that so that you can kind of hide different elements so you can actually make this work on the Quest 3. This I don't even know. This area is massive. I'm not even sure how far you can go. All right, I made it over to this hill now, and we're still going. Let's make our way around to the windmill so you can see that, and then we'll make our way back to the houses. Like, I could just keep walking, it seems. I'm not even sure how far this goes. If there's, like, hidden sections of this that you can find, you know what I mean? Like, there's another house over here, or maybe there's, I don't even know. I have not come to the border in this one. All the other ones I've come to the border on. This is the only one I have not walked into the edge yet. So I'm guessing down there you can't go because it's so flat. We're not going to take our time. We're going to head over to the windmills so you can see the scale of them, and then we'll go back to the house, and that's a really cool section to look at too. But as you can see, just standing here, like I could sit down in this grass right here, and it's just relaxing. It's amazing. All right, we're getting closer to the windmill now after walking through the grass for a while. Look at this, look at the scale of that. That is it's unbelievable how big that is. It's huge. Like, I almost wish we could climb up there. I know that we can't, but I almost wish that we could. There's even some random flowers spread around that are moving in the wind as well, as you can see. And there's more flowers over there. It's huge. This field is massive. Now imagine. Now I know that you probably couldn't do that, and that's not the point of this. This is supposed to be relaxing. Now imagine a field like this with a battle going on. Like, eventually the Quest 3 could get to that point. I'm not sure how taxing this currently is on the hardware right now. I'm not seeing any frame drops, even with recording. So it's obviously handling it very well. I don't know how adding like enemy AI and fighting would work in this, if it would actually be possible. But imagine pulling a sword and running through a field like this and fighting against enemies and having enemies pop up. Or imagine running from Velociraptor in a field like this. You know what I mean? There's so many possibilities when you use tricks to make this work. And it's crazy. In fact, if you want to know more about what's most impressive about this, and maybe even some of the tricks that they did for this, as I've been doing a little bit of research, there's actually a video on the main channel as well, talking more about this experience. And you can check that link out in the description. It's more of an overview of what's possible on the Quest 3 technically, and why this is so impressive, instead of just a walkthrough. If you want to check it out, there's a link down in the description. All right, we finally made our way back around. It took forever to get here. We're finally back here. This is our little, like, I don't know, playhouse of some kind, an old shack. A whole bunch of flowers here. There's a rock over there that you can go look at. But what I want to show you is this over here. See the little bubbles floating around? I guess they're just kind of random bubbles. You can push them. They don't pop, but you can kind of bop them. I like being in the house, though. It's really cool because, watch. Hold on, let's just... This is a really very modern house. Not something that I would normally want to, like, actually have. But can you imagine... Look at the reflections of these different things. There's a lot of really cool technical feats happening here that you can see. See all the reflections in the sphere? Okay, so let's say you want to sit here. Now listen to the soundscape here. It's different. You can kind of hear the wind. It's almost muted. But look at looking through the glass. It changes the way the world looks. There's reflections in here, but there's also like a refraction that you're seeing through the glass that changes the way that the grass looks. And I don't know, like you can see reflections of the different items in here. It's crazy. Like the technical feat that's happening in this experience is nuts. Okay, so here is another really cool one. This is, I don't want to say my least favorite because they're all really cool, but this is probably the smallest one out of all of the different pieces you can play in this whole experience thing. I think it's the smallest area because you see the ridge. It's kind of it. You just have this area with the igloo here and the snowman, and it's really cool. The sound effects of walking. Listen, and you got a cool sound, like a visual scape with the aurora borealis, and you got really nice trees, and there's some movement in all the trees with the snow on the leaves and stuff, and it looks really nice. But it's the I don't know, not least impressive. It's just my least favorite of all of them. The cool thing about the snowman, though, is look, you can actually disassemble the snowman, which is kind of weird. Sorry, snowman, you're gone. Goodbye. Yeah, you can walk around. You got some of the light cast over there, looks like from maybe some sun or something, I'm not sure. And then you can go inside this little igloo here. I do like the look of the snow, and obviously I love the real-time shadows. But you can go inside here, and you got a little lamp in here. You can push the lamp, and the light changes. All right, this is one of the most unique ones because this is the only interior that we have. And I'll show you why I love this. The interior looks pretty cool, right? You can see it looks really nice. But look at the window out there. Look at the rain, right? Look at the rain on the window. Oh, I thought I could wipe off the condensation for a second. I was like, what? Are you joking? I don't know. Maybe I can. I can't really tell. But listen to the sound. Some thunder, the rain. And watch this. I love this part. You can open this up and see down there. Look at that village down there. You got some fog moving, clouds probably actually because we're so high up. You can see the rain hitting the ground. But that's not even the coolest part. Watch this. I'll show you the rest of the house too. I don't know, I wish you could wipe this off. That's not even the coolest part though. We're gonna go outside in just a second. But look, you can open this up. You got a nice little bedroom here. A little picture there. These are really high quality pictures. Like very high quality pictures. More window here. I love the water running down. It adds so much with the droplets. And then here, over here, you've got the bathroom, which is just a bathroom, but still cool because you still got the glass here and it looks really nice. This is the most impressive part to me though. I love going out in the backyard. Watch this. Look, you can go back here. The view is really nice. The soundscape changes. Hear it? It sounds really nice. You've got the puddles. The ground looks wet. The rocks look wet. I wish you could open this. That would be cool if you could open it, but you can't. You got potatoes growing in the little container garden. You've got the rain just falling. The rain looks fantastic. And look, you can stand underneath here and look, rain and the water flowing to the edges. You got the reflections in the chrome stand. I thought this was cool too. Like I saw the water dripping and I was like, I wonder if I can put my hand underneath of that. And look at that, it works. That's pretty cool too. Another smaller and simple location, but something so special about being in the rain and why I like this so much. Being able to just, hold on a second. Do you see that area right there? That's where I wiped. Are you joking? It does work. Look, you can wipe away the condensation. Oh, that moves the window. But look at this, look. Let me see if I can write my name in it. Well, we'll do BMF. BM. Let's see if that worked. It kind of did. You can kind of see it. Look, BMF. Look at that. It works. You can. The detail in this is unbelievable. Even being able to wipe away the condensation, I thought it looked like it was changing. That's insane. This is unbelievable, the detail in this. This is absolutely crazy. This one is a really cool one too. I love the fire. It's really cool. I love the light cast here. It's very dark over there. And you can really see this really cool city kind of off in the distance. Some clouds. There's actually a person down there. If you stand over here, watch. Look at that. There's another guy down there enjoying his fire. He moves too. I mean, like, it's not just a static person. See, he moves all around and stuff. The detail in these is one of the most impressive things. There's the moon up there. The stars look absolutely amazing. There's tons of sounds here too. Like if you sit and listen for a second, hear that? There's sounds all over of different animals and stuff. One of the cool things that you could do, and I'm not sure if you can still do it. I can hear it. I can hear an owl. There's probably other like Easter eggs all throughout this. Let's see if it's still over here or not. Oh, it's not over here anymore. Okay, so there's a little surprise over here. If you pick up this little glowing orb over here, or this glowing square box over here, there's actually something cool that happens. I'm not going to tell you what it is because I don't want you to miss out on the surprise if you get this experience, but it's kind of funny. Look, you can see a Ferris wheel down there. I love the backlighting that you get that turns it into a silhouette. It looks really nice. And look, you can see the glow of the entire city. I don't know. This is fantastic. This is another one of those smaller, simpler ones that you can't really like do much in. It's just this small area to walk around in the dark and enjoy the fire. But and look at the moon glowing over here on these rocks. See the moon glow on the rocks? I don't know. There's something special about this one. Sitting here, I wish this was multiplayer. I know it's not, but I wish it was because you could literally just sit here and chat, and it would feel all completely natural. It's crazy. All right, here's the underwater one. I know a lot of people like the water. This isn't that deep, so it's not too bad. But there's some weird things down here, like this weird cat statue. But there's a whole bunch of different like fish and stuff that you can kind of mess around with and see. Like, look, you can stand in this school of fish. The turtle. Hi there, turtle. You can actually push the turtle. There's a stingray. And because it's meant to be relaxing, you don't have to worry about like getting attacked by anything, which is cool. And I'll show you the most impressive part in just a second. This is cool too. You can play around with the jellyfish. And this is a big area too. I haven't come to the edges of this either. It actually gets deeper, which is why I haven't really explored that far, because I'm pretty sure if you keep going, it does get, that way looks like it's going up, but I think that way gets deeper, but I'm not 100% sure. I haven't gone that far that way, but even the particles in the air, or the water I should say, look really nice. You've got a whole bunch of different elements on the floor, like the sea floor. Where am I? Where am I going? The wrong direction? Let's head back. Hear that? That's the thing we're heading towards. If you know what that is, then you know how big this is going to be. There's this little tower thing over here. It's really cool, actually, what they did. And there's a shark right there, if you see it. Doesn't attack you. At least it hasn't attacked me yet. I did go look at it really quick. And it has not attacked me yet, which is good, because I really don't want... If it does, I'm probably going to scream like a little girl. So it's got some teeth, for sure. Hello, shark. Hi there. Look. See that? Freaking big son of a gun right there. Here we go, up the steps. Look how big this thing is. That is a big fish. And it's not really a fish. I know it's a whale or a mammal or whatever because it breathes air. But look at that thing. Hi there. You are very big. Very, very big. You can go down and go underneath of it by going down here. Yeah, I think that the wall is right there, I'm guessing, so you can't really go down there. Look at how big she is. You are a big, big whale. Imagine if there was a mosasaurus down here. No, thank you. I don't want to even imagine that. Look at the scale. That's another big thing in this, is the scale of things. I love the scale that was put into this experience, too. All right, this is the last one, and it's one of the oddest, almost, and coolest ones. We're on, like, some sort of a moon or an asteroid or something outside Saturn. And you can see Saturn's rings running all along there and giant planet of Saturn. There's the sun right up there. And it's casting shadows. Where's my real-time shadows here? You can push these space rocks around. This is another one that's not huge that you can kind of walk around. It almost feels like, there you go. It almost feels like you're walking around, like, you know, in like Mario Galaxy or a game like that where you can kind of run around the entire planet. It almost feels like that. You can't quite go all the way around, but you can walk like kind of the circumference of part of this. So see, look, you're walking around, and you can get back here where the sun isn't really shining so much. Well, not this side. The sun's shining on this side because we're on the wrong side. I'm not sure how far down you can go. I think this is where it stops right here. Yeah, right there. So it looks like you could almost walk all the way down around. Man, Saturn is huge, isn't it? But you can go around this side where it gets a little darker. See, it starts to darken up right there, and you can see the shadow because the sun's not on this side as much, which is really kind of cool. There we go. So this is another one of those ones that's kind of smaller in scale, but impressive to look at. So you walk up, you can see the sun. I don't know. I love space. I love being able to go to things like this, and this is really impressive. Not, like I said, the most impressive to me are the first two, the ocean beach one, the water, and the grass. But the rest of them are all really cool too. And I do love the one with the house you can go inside. Look at the scale of that thing. That is a big, big planet.